Hello, Robbie Susan Chandler here from RobbieSusanCardsandCrafts.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who lives in Quincy, Florida, right outside Tallahassee, Florida. I hold classes in my home every 2 weeks. I hold like 3 classes a week, and I would love for you to come to one of my classes if you live in the area. Today, we are going to make this beautiful Valentine's card. Now, this card looks pretty from the front, but the wow factor of this card is the inside. Are you ready? Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful inside? So here's your front, which is also pretty, and then here's the inside. Now, this really is a pretty easy card to make, and by the way, I copied this design from one of my team members made, and her card goes this way. Isn't that a pretty card too? I'll put it down here so you can see it. So hers opens that way, and mine opens this way. Same design, same measurements, same everything, just the directions differently. Alright, so let's get started on this card. Let me move this out of the way. And while I'm thinking about it, let me show you my little, I call it desktop tool caddy or desktop craft tool caddy. And I have all my little tools right here in it. And anything I need, when I need it, it's right here and I can just grab it. So let's get started. Okay, our base is cherry cobbler, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. We're going to actually make this card today. So this is our front, and then the next layer, you're going to need 3 of these wild wheat pieces, and they're 4 1/4 by 4. Now 2 of them we're going to be using on the inside, and 1 of them we'll use on the front. You'll also need a piece of this paper, which is called the Regal Distress Pattern Specialty Designer Paper, and it comes in a pack like this. And here's a design, here's one, and the other design is this one right here. Like I said, this is called the Regal Distress Pattern Paper. It's really a very versatile set, and I've used all of these papers on some of my cards. So that piece we're going to actually adhere to one of the wild wheat pieces, just like that. And then here I've already got it adhered. And then you're going to emboss it with the, this one's called the Adoring Hearts embossing folder. Let me grab it. And it looks like this. You see, it's got 3 rows, and I just matched it up with the top 2 rows and emboss it just to give it a little interest on the front. Alright, so these 2 are glued together. Now we're going to put them on the front of the card. Let's just go ahead and do that. So let me put a little glue on here. Let's see, look at the pretty design on the back. Shows you how pretty that embossing folder is. Alright, so here's our front. And while we're here, we might as well go ahead and put, we'll talk about these pieces in a minute, but we might as well go ahead and put our other pieces on. So this piece, this heart, is cut from the Gold Mercury vellum, and there's like 3 different designs in there. And I'm going to stick it down. What I like to do when you've got some solid spots behind the vellum is put my adhesive behind the solid spots to kind of hide it, because vellum won't hide adhesive too much. So let's just put that one down here. And then with the Hearts of Elegant dies, I cut this red glimmer heart. It's from the red festive glimmer paper, and I used this size heart for it. This was the heart I used to cut this one. So all of the dies came from this Hearts of Elegance dies, except this one. I think this one came from another one, and I'll get to that one in a minute. So we've got the big one, and then we've got this glimmer one, and let's pop it down. And it goes right about here. And then the third one, this one's cut out of gold foil, and see the design on it? Isn't that pretty? I love that one too, and that's all from the Hearts of Elegance die set. Let me pop it down, and it goes right about there. Okay, so there's our front. Now we need to move on to our inside. Let me get some of these out of the way. Okay, so like I said, you needed 3 of the wild wheat pieces, but now we're going to work with this one's called Nature's Sweetness, and I used, these are 2 different packs, but it's the same pack, but I had 2 of them. This is the design I used, and this is the design. Now the reason I used 2 different designs, because I was trying to make my paper go farther for all my customers in my class, but you could just use 1 sheet and 1 sheet. But those are 2 by 5, 2 inches by 5 inches, and I just laid one down and adhered the other one right on top of it. But like I said, you could just do a 4 by 5 1/4 and cover this with 1 piece if you wanted to. That's basically what she did in here on this one, just 1 piece. Okay, so we've got that. Now, where's our card? Here it is. Let's put these down on the inside. Let's put a little glue around the edge. Alrighty. Whoever gets this Valentine card's got a really nice card. Alright, there's one. Let's make sure it's... Lots of times when I go like that to stick one down, it slips on me, and then I go back and look later, it's like, why isn't it straight? And then I realize what I did. Alright, here's the other side. Okie dokie. Alright, so there's our inside. Now our little strip, this piece that these are on, is cherry cobbler 11 by 1 1/4. Now you need to score it at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. And then you're going to fold it like a W or an M, depending which way you look at it. This would be an M. If you're looking at it that way, it'd be W. But this is the fold. And you're going to take it and stretch it right across. I put it right where that line was where my 2 designer papers meet. And you put your glue all over that very first section. And just center it up. And I brought mine all the way over to the edge of my card. And hold that there for a minute. Let that take hold. And then let's put some glue on this one. There we go. And then either you could pull it this way, or you can bring this over like that. Either way. Alright, now this is a little bit of a thick card when you fold it up, but not terribly thick. Alright, let's see. I'm going to pull this over here more. No, that's fine, just like that. Folds up. Perfect. Okay. Now, our little pieces that go across here. This is a new punch called To the Point. And I really like it because it has 2, that's right, 2 stamp sets that go with it. Bright borders, and I think it comes with this one as a bundle, and then Hugs for Love, which these are all the ones I used. So I used this one for my borders, and I used Sending You a Big Hug and Happy Valentine's Day. So let's see how I did that. So I punched 4 of them, and then I stamped here, Sending You a Big Hug, Happy Valentine's Day, and then these 2 I just put borders. Now this one I'm leaving it plain, but the others I embossed with cute crochet, and I'll show you the difference. Here's Sending You a Big Hug, plain, no embossing, and here it is with embossing. See the difference it makes? It's really much prettier that way. So Sending You a Big Hug is going to go right here, and I'm just going to put my glue in a strip right across the middle, because you don't want to put it, well, the end ones don't matter, but when you get to the middle ones you don't want to put your glue too far or you glue your card together. Not a good thing. Alright, and then the second one, I'm going to bring this down, the second one is my Happy Valentine's Day, and this is one you would need to be careful where you put your glue. Alright, so that one's going to go right here, and just line them up. Alrighty, And then this one, yeah, see, if I had pulled this to the end like I normally do, I wouldn't have that bubble there. Oh well, it is what it is. And then this plain one, just put a little glue here. And glue this one to here. And then the last one. Now, the last one, like I said, I left it blank, and I did not emboss it because this is the one you can sign your name on. Got to have somewhere to sign your card. So this is the one we're going to sign on. Alright, so what I wanted to do is to this first one, I added this heart out of the red glimmer paper, and it's from a celebration set called Heart-Shaped Dies. And it comes with a stamp set, which I don't have over here, but it comes with a stamp set and the dies. It's one of the products you can get with when you place an order for $120. So let's drop it. Let me put a little bit of glue in some spots here. Now, this is where you have to have a really light hand, unless you have one of those little fancy sponges or whatever you use, fine tip. I just kind of smear it around. I don't get too fancy with this. Okay, we're just going to lay this one right here to frame that one out. I thought it needed something a little extra. This one we're going to leave plain. Now here on this one I have two hearts, and this one was cut with this die, which is from back to the embossing folder we used, Adoring Hearts. Also has dies with it. So I used this die that's from the set, and then this heart was cut back with the one from Hearts of Elegance. See the little dots around it? So it's from the Hearts of Elegance set. So I'm going to put this one down. Let's see, I reach over here in my little box, and there's my dimensionals right where they're supposed to be. Now let's put this one down. Well, let's say right here. I want to bring it up a little bit. There. And then this one we're going to lay right on top, and I'm just going to put my glue on this upper part that's going to lay on the gold foil one. So I don't have glue on the bottom part. I just want to kind of lay this part up there on there like this. Let's lay it right there. There we go. Hold it down for a minute. Alright, and then like I said, the last one, we're going to leave it blank so you can sign your name. Now I stamped all of these words with cherry cobbler. I think I've showed you everything. I hope, sometimes I forget. And I was going to show you that hearts, heart-shaped dies is from, let me find it. Here it is. This is the heart-shaped dies bundle that you get with a $120 order. And it's in our celebration catalog. Okay, so there's our card. Let's fold it up. Look at there how pretty it is. And fold it out. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love this card. I hope you like it too. And like I said, it was pretty easy to make, pretty fast. And just punch your pieces out. Please like my video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And if you need a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I'd love for you to be on my team too. And if you're interested in one of these, just contact me below in the comments. They're $22 and that includes shipping. So until next time, happy crafting.